Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our short presentation. Thank you to each and every one of you that are tuning into this video. We are participants of full-time data science batch 17 from Activate. My name is Rahman, and two of my fellow participants here are Mr. Evan and Mr. Vincent. And as for in this opportunity, we will present a review of what ChatGPT is, what can it does, its limitations, and we will also try to utilize ChatGPT in Google Cloud. So, as for the list of contents are as follows. The first one is what is ChatGPT, and then what can ChatGPT do, and we will do some experiment with ChatGPT in Google Cloud, its limitations, and finally its conclusions. So what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer, is a chatbot developed by OpenAI and launched in November 2022. It is built on top of OpenAI's GPT-3 family of large language models and has been fine-tuned with a method of transfer learning using both supervised and reinforcement learning techniques. So what can ChatGPT do? A ChatGPT-3 is a bot that can create text and simulate real talk with a person, translate speeches, and etc. And it can also provide direct solutions without the need to search like Google or Google alternative. It also has basic features like Google, but more advanced. For example, like write essays, speeches, cover letters, songs, and even employee evaluations. It also can analyze a vast amount of data, can act as a coding assistant, can do translations, and even make a custom image. So now, before we do our experiment, we will have to generate API token for the OpenAI, and then first one, we would have to log in or sign up to the OpenAI website. Then after login, at top right of the website, click on the menu Personal, and once you click there, will be a drop down. Then click on the menu View API Keys. Go to the next slide. And after that, we will direct it to the API Keys page, and click on the menu Create New Secret Key to generate API key. And also, please note that API keys cannot be seen again after generated. So note this API keys. If you forget the API keys, you would need to generate a new one. Next slide. And we would directly go to Google Colab and set up the repository to the Google Colab itself. Here, to call the repository, we would use the syntax git clone here, and then change the directory to ChatGPT-3 API, and then import the library of ChatGPT-3 to the Google Colab. And then the function of this repository is to add class functions to ChatGPT to make it more flexible. And this repository is coming from one of our instructors, Mr. Arif. Please kindly check his YouTube channel. Next slide. Okay, so before we head to experiment with Mr. Evan, there are 4 main syntax that we will be using. The first one is .ngobrol. It is used to make a conversation with the ChatGPT-3, and then .ngoding, used for coding assistance, and then .tampilkan kode terakhir is to use to display the last code, and lastly, .reset context.
Okay, next is experiment. We will try several experiments on the ChatGPT. First is display dataset, second is data cleaning, third is descriptive statistic, fourth is inferential statistic, and last is prediction model. Next is display dataset. On the left picture, the first syntax is .reset context, is used to reset context every time we wanted to tell the AI to code for a different purpose. On the next syntax, we are telling the AI to print .head from a loaded CSV dataset and remember to upload the dataset to ChatGPT 3 folder. Then as we can see here, the AI success in showing the head of the loaded dataset without telling the AI first to load or read the dataset. After that, with the summoner, here we are telling the AI to show the previous data frame description. The interesting point here is we don't have to specify what are the target for the syntax here, since the AI is able to remember the previously given comment and at the same time guessing what are the user means. Next is check-and handling null values. .reset context syntax is used to reset the AI recollection of previously given comment. Then see how we have to specify comment on the next syntax, where in here we have to specify our desired dataset. So the syntax here had been successfully executed, but sometimes the AI will not show the result, and in this situation, the syntax tampilkan kode terakhir can be utilized to show what the AI has been doing. And we could see that the AI has really successful checking and dropping all missing values, and even give the details or reports about what it did. Next is descriptive statistic. Next, we will try to visualize a phrase load wedge for each load type with Seaborn. First, we need to reset context in order to reset AI recollection of the previous comment. Then we comment the AI again to handle missing values. And last, we comment AI to visualize average load wedge for each load type with natural language. And the result AI can plot average load wedge, but the visualization is messy on X level. So we will try to comment AI in order to clean and tidy up the previous visualization. We comment AI to change orientation from vertical bar chart to horizontal bar chart. And the result AI can change the orientation of visualization that was created before. Next, we will try visualize average load wedge for each drop offset with matplotlib. We comment AI to visualize average load wedge for each drop offset with natural language. The result AI can plot average load wedge for each drop offset as a comment, but the visualization is not ordered by value. So we try to comment AI to visualize again with the descending value of average load wedge. The result AI cannot visualize the descending value, and we get the errors. I suspect the errors because we don't use proper language that AI can understand. On the right picture, we try to the last code the AI used to visualize the comment. For our last attempt in this section, here we are trying to plot the overall distribution of load wedge from this dataset. Again, the syntax.reset context here is executed first because the AI is prone to error, in which our min is failing to understand what the user really wants. Here we make sure to drop missing values before executing .thisplot. And execute command is shown in this picture where the AI importing Seaborn and utilizing .thisplot, and again giving a nice little detail about it.
Thank you, Mas Evan. For differential statistic, after we know our data, next we will try to calculate differential statistics. First, we will use syntax.reset context to reset AI recollection of previous comments. Then we command AI to handle missing values in order to get accurate results. After that, we command AI to check correlation between load weight and load type with natural language. The result, AI can display correlation between load weight and load type and give a detailed narrative about correlation. Now, for data forecasting, for our last experiment, we were trying to utilize the AI to forecast the magnitude of load weight with ARIMA. And as usual, to avoid conflict or fail execution, we reset the AI context first. Then here we see that here is an array of 5 forecast load weight magnitudes. This shows the nature of the AI model, which is trained to guess what the users means and show one of many probable results. As for what the AI had executed, can once again be seen with this syntax. And we could see here the model are assuming to forecast load weight magnitudes of 5 days ahead. And now for limitation. The first of the limitation of ChatGPT is limited understanding of context. Does not have personal thoughts and access to external information or the ability to process in real time, hence make its response limited to what it was trained on. And secondly, bias in training data. It may contain biases and inaccuracies since the model was trained on vast amounts of text data from the internet. The third one is limited creativity. ChatGPT doesn't have any capacity for original thoughts or true creativity. The fourth one is knowledge cutoff. The model was trained with data that goes up until 20 and 21. Thus, it does not have information about more recent events or developments. And the final is inconsistency. The ChatGPT may sometimes generate inconsistent or conflicting response to the same input, since the model was trained to generate multiple possible outputs for a given prompt. Okay, for the conclusion is, ChatGPT is not a threat, but a programmer's companion. From our last experiment, we could see that the AI model from OpenAI is able to execute or answer to many kinds of commands. We can even ask for a question related to stuff others than programming related topics, and make a short conversation with the AI. So the frequently asked question relating to the AI model is, whether will ChatGPT 3 replace us as programmers? From what we have done in our experiments, we have seen that the model is more to act like a companion to us programmers rather than a programmer itself. And given the AI model current status, which is still in development, the model needs more training to handle some of its limitations and put a hold on its currently known drawbacks. That sums up our presentation for this video. Our references could be found in the description section below for a more detailed live section experiments could be seen in Modding Python YouTube channel. There's a lot of juicy contents related to Python programming. Please kindly give the channel a visit. Thank you again for everyone that stayed and watched until the end. My name is Vincent and Arif and Evan. Thank you.